Number 1, EMP or electromagnetic pulse.
Yeah, so this pulse would take out any computers or regional power grids in the area it was produced in.
And would this have to happen on an international scale?
Yes, it would have to happen all around the world in order to take out every single validator and power grid all at once.
So the big question is, could this kill Bitcoin?
It could kill Bitcoin. However, it's very, very unlikely that it would happen due to the fact that you need so much power and have to be globalized. But if it did happen, it obviously would take out all the validators. But once they were back online, it would start adding blocks from the last block produced before the outage. So number 2, we have government regulation.
Yes, and unlike an EMP, this is more likely to happen. The reason being is that Bitcoin is very, very energy intensive.
And how likely is this to happen?
In my opinion, very, very unlikely. It would require the entire international community to come together to ban Bitcoin.
And would this kill Bitcoin?
Again, very unlikely. There are smaller countries that are dependent on the revenue from energy that's used by Bitcoin, and also the revenue generated from the Bitcoin which is produced in those countries. Number 3, a critical bug.
If a critical bug is implemented into Bitcoin's code and goes unchecked, it will then be implemented into the main repository of Bitcoin. A Bitcoin update will then occur and cause vulnerabilities to be withheld in the blockchain.
And how likely is this to happen?
This is very unlikely, as there are many people working on Bitcoin and the project itself, so the code will be checked and triple checked to make sure there are no bugs.
And the big question is, would this kill Bitcoin?
It could be reversed if a new fork of Bitcoin was produced before the vulnerabilities were added. However, people's confidence in Bitcoin would be completely destroyed. Now, number 4, we have a 51% attack.
Yes, a 51% attack would require somebody to control 51% of all the computing power on the Bitcoin network.
And how likely is this to happen?
It's actually very, very unlikely that this would happen, because to take 51% of the processing power of Bitcoin when it currently is running at an all-time high makes it almost impossible to put enough computers together to generate that amount of hash rate.
And could this kill Bitcoin?
Of the 5 things that we're looking at today, this is the least likely to happen. There is pretty much no chance that anyone in the world has the capabilities of generating a 51% attack on Bitcoin. Number 5, a quantum computer attack.
A quantum computer, which utilizes quantum mechanics to process instructions faster than a normal computer, could crack Bitcoin's encryption method. It would require a 1.9 billion qubit supercomputer to crack the SHA-256 encryption method, which Bitcoin uses, in about 10 minutes. However, a 30 million qubit supercomputer could crack it in a day.
How likely is this to happen?
This is extremely unlikely with the current supercomputer technology we have right now, because the highest qubit supercomputer we have is only 66 qubits.
Okay, and is this a Bitcoin killer?
Possibly. So unless Bitcoin doesn't update with some methods we're seeing built now and in the future, which is a quantum resistant algorithm, if Bitcoin doesn't update to this method of encryption, then it could be possible in the future.
So there we have the 5 Bitcoin killers. But the big question is, which ones do we think are more likely to happen? Brogan, which one have you picked from the list?
I think I want to say quantum computing, for the fact that it's not new technology in a sense of like theoretical, but the production of it is quite in its early stages. So we haven't really seen the application of a high-end supercomputer with high qubit like processing power.
Yeah.
We also only have quantum like defense or quantum algorithms to defend against this sort of decryption. We haven't. It's kind of in theory stages as well, due to the fact, quantum computers are so new, and this quantum encryption is also so new. So I feel like, in the long term, it could be a Bitcoin killer. And like I said earlier as well, if Bitcoin doesn't update to these new encryption methods, it could kill Bitcoin.
Okay.
How about you?
Mine is regulation. I don't think anything on the technology side is going to harm Bitcoin. I think maybe, like you say, in the future, in 5 or 6 years' time, then quantum computing could be a threat. But I think for now, the biggest threat is going to come from Bitcoin being tarred with the environmental brush. And I think the big nations, Europe, America, maybe even China and Russia, if they came together and banned Bitcoin, that's my biggest existential threat to Bitcoin. So there's our two.
Yeah.
Quantum computing and regulation. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Goodbye.
Goodbye.